Your thoughts on this Gadsden flag story, because it kind of ties into what we're going to talk about today.
Listen, first of all, love the kid. We need 10,000 kids just like this guy.
Yes.
Charlie, let's remember, the woke world has completely flipped history intentionally on its head. They can't cope with truth. And the truth is this, that Gadsden flag, if anybody has ever taken the time to study the history behind that flag, and also, Charlie, the Appeal to Heaven flag, yes, that flag stands for the exact opposite of what this kid was attacked for. That flag stood for and stands for the mission and the commissioning of this nation to break free from the tyranny of King George III that would ultimately lead to the liberation of the slaves and for this to be a free nation. The Gadsden flag announces freedom is coming for all. And for them to say what they've said shows you either A, their profound ignorance of American history, or they're very malevolent and they know the history of America, but they're trying to flip it on its head. That Don't Tread on Me flag was our commitment to making sure that all men lived free.
Yeah, and it's a huge part of American history. And what was striking about the conversation, Jack, is that he said that his classmates have pride pins, gay pride stuff, trans pride. Now, this is a classical school, mind you, Jack. And yet at a classical school, he has a Don't Tread on Me patch, and it becomes this entire thing. He said communist pins, perfectly fine. What is it about the truth? What is it about any sort of element that of things that challenge tyranny that make these bad guys so worried?
It terrifies them because any position of freedom or anything that reminds them of the fight for freedom causes them to go into some sort of a fit because it's the loss of control. If somebody wears an American flag, they're uncomfortable because they've got to think about history. They don't want to do that. When they see the Gadsden flag, then they've got to either figure out what it means. And when they do find out, it just sends them into a cardiac arrest because it's all about freedom. They don't want freedom, Charlie. Our nation is under attack. I would say that this is an asymmetrical war.
Yes.
It's unconventional. And they can't defeat us with bombs and guns, so they're defeating us in the area of argumentation. So that means, and I thank God for your program and for you, Charlie, educating people on how, even as Christians, to stand up and fight. Being polite is not a virtue. We need to remember that. We need to exercise the fruit of the Spirit and get in the fight to defend kids just like Jaden and any other generation that's coming after us. But look, it falls upon us to stand like never before. And I'm just calling upon every pastor and every Christian to stop playing it easy and get in the fight. We need you. You need to come on in. By the way, the water's fine. Jesus is in it. And it's absolutely awesome. And I got to tell you, I know no other form of Christianity. That's how you shine the light. Amen. And that's how you become righteousness in a very unrighteous culture.